Midnight Suns issue number 3 for the second time for us.
Yeah.
Um,
Technical difficulties.
that's a technical foul.
That's right.
Yeah, doing it the second time for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because
We had to reread it.
Yeah, which was a terrible task.
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm loving this series. Every little bit of it. Okay.
Splendid.
All right. Starts out in the past where we've got Voltor's vapors.
Yeah, they're like shadow monsters.
Yeah. And
which is very Thor Love and Thunder.
Thor-esque.
Yep.
All right. Continuity, man.
Yeah.
You know?
There could be ties.
Yeah. They're kind of threatening some of the old locals. That,
yes.
You know, it's only a matter of time before Valtor breaches into their world.
He's gonna breach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's scary.
It is.
So yeah, they're kind of attacking whatever little town it is that Agatha's covenant is in. Covenant? Covenant? I'm gonna go with covenant.
Okay. Thinking this, it says covet. Covenant.
Which is covenant?
It's coven.
Coven? Oh, a coven. Thanks, guys. I don't know why I wanted to say that.
It sounds cool, dude.
It does.
You looked cool saying it.
Thank you. And it kind of pans up to the castle where Agatha is.
Castle Grayskull.
The coven at Castle Grayskull. And things aren't great there either.
No, they're not super.
No.
Agatha's having a hard time. Agatha's looking a lot like Rogue here.
Yeah, with the gray streak.
Yeah, streak in the hair there.
I was digging it. It's cool.
You know, if you weren't paying attention, you might have thought it was Rogue.
In like a strange purple robe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can wear purple.
Like dark Rogue.
Dark Rogue. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be terrifying.
Rogue was always one of my favorites.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, because her friend Karina, who's a part of the coven, Jackette didn't say anything about
the sacrifice.
And just randomly sacrifices a member of the coven, which is terribly rude.
Who let her in?
I don't know. Speaking of Jackette, is she Zoe's ancestor then?
Is she? I don't know. Is she the ghost-like figure that comes back and tries to deter them? Because that ghost-like figure is definitely a Laveau.
Right. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Although, I mean, if you're looking back and forth at those panels, Jackette's got it looks like a tighter hairstyle than the ghost. But you might let your hair down when you become a ghost. I don't really know how that works.
I would.
Would you?
I definitely would. I let it all out.
Yeah?
As a ghost.
Full flow.
Yeah.
Let it all out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so it kind of skips forward to that present piece where Zoe and Agatha are hanging out in front of that mirror, and the ghost comes out.
Like Swayze?
Yeah, but not a nice, like, give you a massage while you make pot ghost.
I don't like that.
In an aggressive way.
I'd much rather make pottery.
So would I, especially with Swayze.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a heartthrob.
Yeah, I miss that guy. But that's kind of the gist of that piece is kind of we're getting to see Zoe's ancestor that comes out. They're in the ancestral hall, which looks quite similar to that old castle. So
Castle Grayskull.
So I'm wondering where the connection there is going to go and what kind of past history pieces that we're going to get for Zoe.
Again, Zoe is possibly one of my favorite artistic aspects of this comic.
Sure.
You don't get to see it a lot, but when she does go zombie, like her design is one of my favorite artistic takes on a zombie.
Yeah.
Like I've said it in other episodes and stuff.
Well, we said it probably the last time that we did this episode even.
Yeah, so it feels like I'm saying it again, but
and so in between recording this episode the last time and recording it now, I have started to get into that Strange Academy.
Yeah, which I would like to do myself.
And she is a prevalent piece of that too. And you do get to see more of that.
I think it would tie a lot of things in. And tie things together really
absolutely
nicely.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like this series, I know I'll love it.
It's so this series I think is a little more like adult feeling in the writing and how it's put together, where you could almost make a case for that Strange Academy being a little more of that like
High school vibe.
high school vibe. But I
Yeah.
mean, that comes
That's
with the
exactly what it
territory
is, though, right? I mean, a
anyway.
lot of new characters, a lot of amazing characters are explored in that, and
Yeah.
that's what appeals to me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's a cool read. It's a fun read. I enjoy it. But getting back to this one, we move past that kind of throwback look,
Yeah.
and we move to our main protagonists.
Which is
in-
where I think we get a lot of we get into the fun of this issue,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
And fairly quickly.
it. I was super excited for the entirety of the Dark Dimension piece, which is
Yeah.
where our people are right now. And almost right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Oh, I saw what you did there, and you know what? I'm freaking digging it.
So giant bats, scary
Yeah.
bats are attacking
Yeah.
our
Almost
friends.
almost right away too. Like
Yeah.
they're discussing how, oh well, there's a crazy place and there's a dark tower or whatever that we need to get to, right?
Classic
Oh yeah,
dark tower.
definitely. You know, classic story, you know, told in a badass way, I think.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden you hear the shrieks for the giant, what they refer to, or what Magic refers to as like bat dragons.
Yeah, because they're rather large.
Yeah.
Yeah, like rideable.
You would think
Mhm.
maybe someone should try to ride one.
And our favorite new character does it.
I would say so. Our favorite, the person that shines most in all of these books so far, really. Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
Should I do that?
Yeah, try it.
Ghost Rider.
New mics, by the way. Let us know how you sound.
How you sound? Let us know how we sound.
I
I mean, I don't mind.
Sound.
You know, if you want to let us know how you sound, you do that.
Let us know how we sound. The Shure
M7.
somethings.
Yeah.
New addition to the studio, and I think I'm enjoying them.
I think they're going to be crisp.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to the bats.
Yeah, those bats out of hell. They just
They're not out of hell yet.
no, not necessarily, but everyone else seems to notice that there's magic is not working the same way in this dimension, right? In the dark dimension,
Which is a pretty big issue for
a lot
couple
of our characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Which gives our non-magic using characters a bit of time in the light,
which is good because they kind of got a bit of a slap from Doom.
Yeah,
like just rolling in.
Loving the fact that these characters are getting their due in this. But the Spirit of Vengeance, her powers, although they may work a little differently here, they're still quite useful.
Yeah.
Right. And what does the Spirit of Vengeance do to anything that it can ride?
Turns it into a hell vehicle.
Yeah.
A flaming hell bat.
This is freaking cool.
Oh, I loved it.
All right. Like, can this character get any more badass?
No.
Yes, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but fortunately, yes.
Can she?
She can. Kanji?
Kanji?
All right. That image of that flaming bat with the flaming skull.
Because you get a big full panel of it. Too,
big full panel of it, which we will make our producer put up. Now she's giving me the finger.
Oh.
All right. Well, they used this bat to burst through the walls of Castle Grayskull.
No, that's not Castle. If we're gonna call the other Castle
Well,
Grayskull,
what's this one called then?
I don't have any other castle names that
Well,
come to
it's
mind quickly. It's more of a spire.
Yeah, the vampires that are in this Vampire?
Yeah.
Okay. You got me giggling. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's so stupid. So that the head vampire in Vampire.
Yeah.
Corvar. Yeah. That's his name. Okay. He's hissing and howling, and Nico is the first person to try to approach them, and she gets rocked.
Yeah, she
pretty
just
much
gets, like sucked in somewhere.
Is Nico useless?
Yeah. currently, and so is it the staff issue because she tossed her staff into space? We missed why. I think in some
It's
other
explored in, I think, in Strange Academy. I think.
could be.
Um,
I might not have gotten that far, but is it the lack of staff or the lack of confidence without the staff that's the issue?
It's a little bit of column A and a lot of column B, I think. This girl has so much south pity. That's different than north pity, by the way.
Way down.
Self pity that it's almost gotten annoying.
Well, it's not what I don't expect from an emo goth dressing individual, though.
She should be rave dancing under a bridge
Yeah.
instead of doing this. Is she useful right now?
No.
She's got to be saved this time by our main vampire, our main man vampire, Blade, who is in his prime now.
Yeah. He's fighting vampires?
Yeah.
This is his jam.
What does he say?
He makes fun of the vampires in the Vampire for having so much wood around.
Yeah.
It's readily available.
You just so happen to be vampires with a bunch of wooden stakes lying around. Make short work of them.
Colvar goes down pretty quick.
Along with Wolverine, who's also having the time of his life.
Yeah, he's just chopping heads now.
Hacking and slashing now. They're making their way through these vampires.
Yeah, they're crushing it up pretty good.
Pretty easily.
But there's a lot of them, and they just keep coming. And I think Wolverine and Blade have a bit of a back and forth about it.
Yeah, like we need to finish these guys off.
Yeah.
Right? And then you remember when I asked you a question?
You asked me a lot of questions, but I think you're referring to, can Kushala get any more badass?
The answer just happens to be yes. On account of her doing a freaking spirit bomb or something like that.
I don't know what it was, but she blasts all of those vampires directly back to hell.
Oh, yeah. Like, again, a perfect time for the producer to put up a picture.
Yeah.
Instead of just giving me the finger all the time. The rest of the cast, astonished by this, Kamehameha.
Spirit bomb.
They're just astonished by it. And then like I said, this is where Nico starts getting annoying.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's still bummed about the stuff. And maybe if we had more context into the whole story around the staff and the loss of it, etc., maybe it wouldn't be as bad. But like Magik goes to comfort her, and they're
yeah, I know. I mean, I get it, right? But she's a bit woe is me right now.
Yeah, now
right, and now Magik is spending her time doing the whole comfort thing and stuff like that, right? Like instead of her eye being on the ball, now she's got a.
Well, she's kind of weakened right now, anyway.
Yeah, but not. She's weakened, and she's 90% of her abilities are gone.
You know what?
And she's still badass.
You know what, Dan? If you were sad,
and I am sad,
and I had to take my eye off the ball to make you feel a little better, I'd do that.
You do that?
I would do it.
For me?
Yeah. For you.
What, Lord? Yeah, but she's just, to me, getting to the borderline annoying, right? Cut back over.
I'm really hoping that
I know what you're gonna say here.
Right?
I know what you're gonna say here.
Because I watched some of the Runaways and stuff like that, which I don't believe is canon in the MCU.
I don't believe so.
But I did watch some of the Runaways and stuff, and she had a cool, solid character. Like, obviously there was a bit of teen angst in the show.
Yeah, it was meant,
but it was geared towards those teens, preteens, and stuff like that. Anyway, but Nico,
I like how we have on the board there just Nico sad.
Yeah, Nico herself. We got a new board. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic because it keeps us in line.
Yeah, on track.
Except for the fact that we have to go out of continuity about it. We got to break some fourth wall here.
That's right. You don't get to see all the magic.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll do a tour. It'll take about a minute. Yeah, they get to after that sappy old moment there,
Mhm.
we cut to a portion where they've come to a door.
It looks pretty magic-y.
An ominous door. It looks
symbols.
magic-y. It looks magic-y, but our Ghost Rider confidently thinks that magic is going to be the key to this
Hell magic.
door. To her surprise,
No.
but it does have a Wolverine-sized claw keyhole in it.
Which was something that I didn't know about Wolverine, was that those claws are just straight up lockpicks.
Yeah.
He just ching.
So I found that humorous.
That was good.
All right. Sometimes just a practical solution.
Mm-hmm. And we've played D&D quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
which is
sometimes there's a door that nobody wants to touch, that
because there's always a trap.
Yeah, you're trying a million things on the door, and then it turns out all you have to really do is open the door.
That's because your DM knows that you're scared of doors.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't be scared?
All right.
Everybody knows.
Can I just say straight up that this issue has a very D&D vibe?
Yeah. Got some solid dungeon crawls.
Yeah, it's very dungeon crawly.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really put those two together until now, but I'm liking that because I'm a D&D guy.
Yeah. If you'd like to watch us play in D&D, don't.
So they get through the door, and lo and behold, who do they find?
See, my initial obvious thought, due to the clothing choice, was Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and to be fair, you're not wrong.
Right, but not right.
But you're not right, because did you find the Sorcerer Supreme?
Yes.
Yes. But was it Doctor Strange?
No.
No. Who was it?
It was Tony
Stark?
That's right.
Gee whiz!
Apparently, in some universe,
in this.
realm,
Well, no. I guess not this universe, because they're in the Dark Dimension. He has been captured and he's chained up in the Vamsquire dungeons.
Yeah, the Vamspire.
I said Vamsquire.
Yeah.
That's like
Get your feet out of this.
Did you get your feet out of this?
They're not in there.
Don't tell me what to do. We gotta get him out of there, though.
Yeah, you gotta break the chains. I'm really curious as to what Earth had Tony Stark Sorcerer
Like what
Supreme.
number? I'm not sure if that's ever told. But that's something I would definitely like to look into. And if you'd like to see maybe a short explaining that, maybe that's something we can do. Leave us a comment asking for that.
Or if you know,
let us know in the comments.
That's right.
Before we can go on to the final portion of this comic, which has to do with Stark's Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay.
We have to talk about Agatha and Zoe again.
Okay.
Agatha and Zoe are trying to dismantle the mirror because it is essentially a door to their world.
Right.
That Valtor
Yeah.
can come through, right? Valtor in his vapors. Okay.
Who looks surprisingly like one of the pyramid heads from Silent Hill.
Yeah, because we get to see into Valtor's dimension, or his realm. And we see him sitting on, or we see, is it Valtor that's sitting on the throne? Or is Valtor...
I want to say it's Valtor on the throne.
Because I had the impression that Valtor was the masked figure.
Did you? I think he's like
a minion?
The general or something. Like the big minion. Because everybody's got to have a really strong minion.
Well, either way, we're going to find out, right? Because both of these guys have to play a part. Okay? That was sneaky. That was super sneaky. I don't know if you could hear that, but he was cracking a beverage. All right. Oh, why don't you come over here, cat, and scratch the couch for a while?
Quit yelling at the cat. He didn't do anything yet.
Why'd you go all shoresy?
I don't know.
Either way, there is a scene where... What are you doing?
I was thinking. I went mid-thought, but you were still talking.
Do you want to get that thought out.
The scene where minion guy, Valtor's minion dude,
Now all I can think of is banana.
where his lackey, his general,
See, I don't think that's a lackey. I
his
think
general.
we will find out.
I'm gonna do this at the bottom of the screen.
Get lost.
Is talking through the mirror with Agatha.
Now, is he talking with Agatha?
Through Agatha.
Or is he talking through Agatha?
Because she's possessed.
Okay, so I distinctly remember us having a dispute where I thought she was possessed and you thought that she was not possessed and that you thought that she may have been conversing with him.
No, because she's saying the same thing. I think
okay,
you
well,
didn't think she was possessed.
No, I know what I know, and I know that I know.
Said, after I said it, you decided that I was correct.
There has not been a moment
and then adjusted your thinking.
In the history of this show that I have thought that you were correct.
Here, let me see this.
Get lost.
You
can see it.
Thanks. They're saying the same thing.
The same thing, which means that she is she has been mind controlled.
Is it okay?
I know you can say it,
and
you were right.
Possessed by the ghost of whomever that was that confronted.
I don't believe so. I think
it was the Laveau. This might have been the disagreement.
Look,
I think the ghost
don't bring Adam Laveau into this.
That's Levine.
Oh, sorry. So what are you saying? That you think that this masked figure is the ghost of the Laveau lady?
No, I think the ghost of the Laveau lady is inside Agatha. Not like that.
Oh, so well then what in the heck is the point of him putting his hand on the mirror and her putting her hand on the mirror and the transfer of the thoughts?
I believe that the ghost, who I'm gonna guess is Jaquette, was all along a minion of Valtor, and that's why she sacrificed.
We'll see.
Karina to.
We'll see.
That's what I think.
I don't think so.
I feel like you might have read ahead.
I did read ahead.
Some things that I don't know.
An unbiased answer without reading ahead. I never would have thought that was a ghost.
You're thinking wrong
thing.
Then.
All right. Anyway,
inside Agatha.
Look, we will agree to disagree here.
Fine.
All right. Anyway, Zoe is. You really need to get stuff out, don't you? We're not jumping to that yet.
What?
To the last part.
I'm not.
Okay. Because Zoe doesn't realize that there's some control going on, mind control going on here. You touch that couch, cat. I will straight up. Zoe.
Yeah.
Is still wanting to break the mirror, and Agatha, being controlled, is now speaking for Valtor.
Yeah, through the ghost. Yeah.
Maybe. You're triggering me here. You really are. I'll fight you.
Ghost possession.
Cat.
And now they're connected.
I got you on one side, triggering me. I got the cat on the other. Yeah, you better walk away. All right. Leave that in. I don't care. All right. I'll fight you both. All right, you'll win. But...
Why don't you finish your thought?
All right. I don't know if I have thoughts anymore, thanks to you guys.
Perfect. So Agatha's possessed by a ghost. Zoe still wants to break the mirror, and Agatha's ghost doesn't want to do that. Just like Jaquette did not want to do that, breaking mirrors.
At one point or another, she realizes that Agatha's not being Agatha.
Yeah.
And they kind of they have words.
They hug it out,
right? Does she break out of it though? I don't think in this issue she does.
She doesn't in this issue, and Agatha's a powerful witch, like magic user,
sorceress,
strong individual.
You know,
so
she gets powers straight from Grayskull.
Mm-hmm. From the Dark World.
That might be true, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, it leaves off by our Valtor,
Mhm.
saying that the age of Coruscant shall soon come to their world.
Coruscant?
Coruscant.
It's on Coruscant.
All right. So they're gonna use her and the mirror
Mhm.
to break through. They're gonna break on through to the other side.
Break on through to the
Break
other
on through
side.
to the other side.
Can we skip back really quick? Because I need to say the raging sands of
Of
Azkaban.
Azkaban. Yeah. So the raging sands of Azkaban
Mm-hmm.
is a magic. It's not a magic spell. It's a magic item.
Yep.
That is briefly used by Nico to fight some of the zombies. Pretty ineffective.
They were vampires in the Vampspire.
Okay, they were vampires. Vampires from the Vanspire. The Vanshire.
Hmm.
That's the Shire of vampires.
They're small.
Yeah.
That's where the little vampires are.
So one of the coolest things in this issue at least, is what Dr. Stark, the Sorcerer Supreme
I wonder
Stark.
if he's still a doctor.
I don't know. Probably not. He's a billionaire playboy philanthropist. All right. Super Saiyan.
Oh.
What does he do?
Oh. He crafts with multiple hammers using magic.
Very Thor-esque hammers.
They were like mini Mjolnirs.
Yeah.
Some of the dopest outfits.
I was hoping you would use the word dopest.
Dopest outfits that I have seen in a comic in a long time.
Yeah. So the way that this Stark uses its magic in a very technological way, almost.
Yeah.
Like using the hammers to smith things rather than just conjuring them.
Yep.
Is very cool.
Yeah, he's still very, like, he still feels like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But as the Sorcerer Supreme,
right.
which is dope.
So these outfits are like mostly black.
The black and red.
On these characters, these outfits look bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb diggity. Even.
They're fire.
They are fire. That's a very youthful thing to say.
Well, I hang out at a school.
You know.
As a job.
Oh dear. Thank you for clarifying. Woo!
For my work.
That's... All right. Gosh. That sounds like something that I would have made the mistake. You know?
Yeah.
Yes, we know what we're referring to.
Classic.
Okay. The suits are necessary because in Valkor's realm, the air, or there's a mist that's acidic.
And it eats skin.
It is imperative that they are protected from that and that they can survive the atmosphere in this realm. And it pans out into an amazing
team shot
of these guys wearing this stuff.
I love it.
Right.
I'm a big, like, black on red kind of fan, or red on black. So I'm probably biased, but
yeah, it looks great.
So good.
Definitely
for the Horde.
For the Horde, yes.
Yeah.
For the Horde. Definitely the panel of the issue.
Yeah.
So far, these issues have been leaving us off with bangers. You want to see more.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job leaving these cliffhangers and just keeping you engaged. I think the only thing left to do is give a banana rating.
Bananas?
Banana. This is hard not to like.
I gotta say,
You got to say that the laughter in the background is distracting because it's funny.
Yeah. Well, also someone farted, and
Yes,
I'm
there
trying
was
to
some flatulence
I'm trying to reel it in.
by someone in particular,
Yeah.
and Jen just walked through it.
She had to cut it with a knife. Don't waft it this way. The banana score. I don't.
I'm gonna give
it's been a
you
bit.
your banana score before mine because I have a bit of a biased banana score. I think
Biased bananas.
because of the knowledge that I behold.
So it's hard for me not to give a biased one either because of the indigenous representation and how friggin' cool Kashala is.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna roll in lower, just so that I have room to grow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it an 8.5 bananas.
Okay, so banana wise,
Mhm.
I would possibly give this 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's big bananas.
I would possibly give this a 10, but Nico brought it down for me.
I see.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nico brought this down to me. Not enough. Like that ending was fire.
Yeah.
All right. Ghost Rider was fire. I loved seeing the melee characters get their action in, and need I say it was fire.
Indeed.
All right.
Yes.
I'm giving this a 9 bananas.
9 bananas.
All right, and I know that that seems high. All right, but
Big bananas.
it's worth it.
That's a big bunch
to me. And as a whole, it's up there as one of my favorite books in the longest time. Like I am so glad we picked this up.
I am too.
You know, some of our cast, you know, some of them aren't as like intelligent as us or something like that.
I feel like that's probably the case.
Then they didn't like it as much.
Mhm.
You know, that is a fireable offense.
Can you do it before edit?
All right.
No, after.
Anyway, guys, I loved this book.
I loved it.
Love this series.
Great.
Pick it up and read it if you haven't.
I can't wait to read the next one that you've already read.
I have read it, and I don't want to say anything.
Can you tell me if it's fire?
Can you hold that?
Yeah.
It was fire!
And that's all the time we have.
Like,
subscribe.
click that bell button. In fact, hit it.
Hit it good.
Now you say share.
And share.
Share with all your friends.
Also comment.
You can comment if you'd like.
I love
We like to read those comments. And, you know, we will reply. Take care, everybody.
Stupid peach. What is that? You got a peach heart?
Maybe.
Peach in your chest?
I didn't think it through.
Okay. Here you go.